Hi, this is Jim, the property inspector. I'm in a great area just east of Seattle in the Issaquah area, and big beautiful development up here. And as we're kind of going through, these are units that were actually put in a little bit over 10 years ago. Here's an old building, and here's the older buildings, but they're all kind of the same age. They're replacing all the siding, and we're going to talk about replacement of siding and how siding should be done and why we have problems here. Just real quickly, if we come up on this flashing here, you'll notice that there is no kick-out flashing, and so we got a huge amount of dark behind the downspout. We've had all kinds of water running down the siding and hitting the ledges down here, and all ledges, anything that's horizontal, should have a flashing on top of it. So we've been directing all kinds of water, and then also we have no gaps between the flashing and the siding down here at the bottom. Okay, and that's needed because what ends up happening is the water ends up wicking back up into the siding and rotting that, and then that'll get into the interior walls too. And you can see the water staining from the wicking that's happening there. So this has been a problem, and they obviously have had to replace all of the siding. They're starting to do complete tear-offs. So let's come over here to a house, a building that is just in the process of being done, and you can see the step flashings coming down along the roof. That's the metal flashing that comes in between the siding, so that's between the orange paper right now because they haven't put the siding on, and the roofing. Okay, and they take that down, and then where we have, like at this situation where we have the downspout, we have now what we call a kick-out flashing. So the water has to be directed into the gutter rather than running down the side like I previously showed you by that other downspout. Now let's go over and take a look at the windows, and let's just make sure that they're wrapping these properly. Okay, what we want to see is because water always obviously runs downhill, so we want to make sure that we have a flashing up on the top. Let's go over here to a real good one, and that we can see real good. And we've got a nice flashing on the top. We've got the building paper over the top, and since that building paper is over the top, you can't quite see it, but there actually was the black dry paper, wicking paper that they put around into the windows before they set the windows, and it needs to be built from the bottom up. So the bottom piece goes on first, the sides go on second, and then the piece goes across the top, and then we start to wrap the paper coming down. In this way, whenever anything is hitting gets inside behind the siding, it's going to want to run downhill. Now that flashing, let's go over here and look at what we've done in terms of the windows, and they haven't peeled off the stickum on the flashings yet, so this is actually a great point for us to see it. You can see the green flashings here. This is at the base of the siding, and here they've actually left a proper ½ inch gap, so there won't be that wicking issue that we talked about. And if we go up to the top, we also see that we have flashings on top of the windows. They also have it on top of the trim, which isn't totally necessary, but typically I see these installed with the flashings on top of the trim instead of the windows, which the top of the windows is where it needs to be. And then you can also see that there's a gap between the flashings and the siding and the trim. So this was all done very, very nicely, and they're going to be very, very happy with the end result. And here we have a flashing where we used to have a horizontal ledge below the window, and it was just a trim piece there, but now we flashed over the top of it because remember, anything that's horizontal has to have flashing on it. Now on these posts here, these used to be flat, but they've actually beveled those and angled the sides. I don't know if you can quite see that, but so water does run off of that naturally. So anyway, that's the correct way to do sidings, and this was just absolutely a great project. Couldn't resist showing you. And just one more thing, as these corbels are sticking out, these beams, they should have a piece of flashing over the tops of them too, so they don't rot out. You can have a great day. If you need a good home inspection, call the Home Inspector, Property Inspector LLC in the greater Seattle area. Have a great day.